What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. You got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping wine.
Hey, and welcome back to my channel. For those who do not know, my name is Brittania Alexis, but for those who are returning, what's good? Y'all already know the vibe. So as you can see by today's video, I am going to be giving you some tips on what I have been doing while I've been apartment touring. I am currently still at home with my mom, and if you are at home with your mom, no matter what your age is, listen. Let's just be grateful that we have parents that are willing to let us stay with them until we are getting our shit together, okay? So one time, we're gonna applaud our parents, okay? Do not let social media feel like you are behind because some people moved out at 18, 19, 20. We don't know what their financial situation is. We don't know what their parents do for them, okay? So with that being said, no matter what age you are watching this video, let's go ahead and talk about the things that I am currently doing at 25 years old while I'm getting ready to move out of my current place. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't know, I am all about girl talks. I'm all about giving advice. So if you don't need help with apartment touring, just go ahead and click on that name and go ahead and find a video that's going to be for you, sis, because I'm talking about any and everything. So the first tip that I have for you is let's figure out what is in your budget. Figure out how much you are paying now with your expenses. So for example, if you have a car note, car insurance, phone bill, groceries, go ahead and write all of your main bills monthly that you are paying right now, because when you move, they're not going to go anywhere. They're just going to be added into your expenses. So make sure you budget that first and then see what you have left. And whatever you have left, take that and figure out what apartment complex, figure out what housing or what rental company would be best for you and what fits your budget. Okay, so now we have found out the budget, we found out where we want to move, and now it's time to book a tour. Okay, booking a tour for an apartment complex is so simple. Sometimes they require you to call, but sometimes all you have to do is put in a little survey on their website and your appointment is booked. So start there. Start touring apartments on your days off. I personally feel like you should do this on a day where you have nothing to do, because it will have you in a clear mind and focus on all the questions and make sure you get all the answers that you need. Okay, so now you booked the tour. So the tour is now booked. It's coming this upcoming Saturday at 1 o'clock. So now it's time to talk about what type of questions should you have. Always ask, what are the approval requirements? Do you need to make 2 times the rent? Do you need to make 3 times the rent? What needs to be on your credit? How good do your credit score need to be? What do they look at when they do a background check? These are just a few questions that you need to know about the approval requirements. Most places now have application fees, and they are typically between like $35, $50, $80. Sometimes they are $100 per person. So make sure you ask what the approval requirements are and make sure you meet all of those things on the checklist, so your money won't go to waste when it comes to putting in the application. For example, when I moved in my first apartment, I went and I talked to them and I asked them, hey, what are you looking for? And she let me know what she was looking for. She let me know that I didn't need any debt. I didn't need to have any evictions. I didn't need to have any repos. So she was letting me know once they run my credit check, once they run my background, those are the main things that they were going to be looking for. Well, this was my first apartment, so I knew I didn't have any of those things. I didn't have a repo. I didn't have an eviction. I didn't have any of that. So make sure you are checking on what the approval requirements are, just so that would save you, the $35, $50, that would save you from wasting your money. Second thing that I feel you need to ask when you are touring your apartment is ask about all the fees. Sometimes there are trash fees. Sometimes there are first month rent fees, like move-in fees, water fee. It's always a fee somewhere. So just make sure you have everything accounted for. If you have a pet, make sure you ask about the pet fee. Sometimes there are recurring pet fees, but sometimes there are just a $300 to $500 one-time pet fee that you will have to pay when you have a pet. So just make sure you get all of your fees in line. Ask them how much the application process is going to be. Ask them how much the security deposit is going to be. Some places require the security deposit to be the first month rent, but some places go as low as $300, $500, $400. Make sure that you are choosing a place that is going to be in your budget. You know, moving is very expensive, and you don't want to move in using your very, very last, if that makes sense, because you do have to survive the rest of that month that you move in. So just make sure that you are planning out everything. Make sure you are getting all the fees, just so you will know that you are okay when it's time to move in. The third thing that I have for you when touring your apartment is check your phone signal. I know you're like, girl, what? Check my phone signal. You do not want to live in a place that had bad reception. You do not want to live in a place that as soon as you walk into your apartment, your phone goes in SOS mode and you can only use or rely on your Wi-Fi. You do not want that. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible way to live. I personally haven't lived like that, but I had a best friend that when I would go over her house, my phone would go completely dead. I would have to let people know, like, hey, I'm going over such house. I'm going to be over here for a couple hours. You may not be able to contact me, but hey, this is where I'm at. My phone would go completely dead as soon as I hit her doorstep. So I had no choice but to go over there and just have girl time, you know, and that's what I was going over there for. But if anything was going on outside of that, I would have to go step outside. Let me go step outside and check my messages real quick. Let me make sure nobody has tried to call me, my mom, dad, sister, brother. Make sure nobody tried to reach out to me. Yeah, let me go ahead and go outside real quick. So I say that because I've experienced it and it's not fun. So just make sure you check your phone signal. Make sure you have good signal no matter where you walk in your house. Go to the front, go to the back, go to the bathroom. You want to be able to contact people, and you want to be able to be contacted if something is going on outside of your home. That's something that you don't even have to ask the person that's showing you around your apartment. Just simply pick your phone up. I got a good signal. I have signal here. I have signal there. That's just a little tip that I have on my end. Just make sure you check your phone signal. And the last thing that I have for you when you are touring your apartment, make sure you ask about any rules on gatherings or your family get-togethers, because some apartment complexes are just so against having any type of get together. Like if you have people coming over, if you have more than 4 or 5 friends coming over, someone's calling the police, oh it's too loud, or someone's complaining about no parking spaces because you have guests over. Now these are things that I'm not saying are, you know, petty, or I'm just saying that these are common things that can happen from, you know, your neighbors. Just make sure you speak with your leasing specialist or your rent office and just ask them what are the rules on gathering. I am currently in the process of apartment touring, and one of the apartments that I toured, she told me that they had no restrictions on, you know, having family gatherings. She said the only thing that they asked is that it's a parking lot behind the apartment complex. She just asked for them to park there instead of parking in the few spaces that are in front. Just common courtesy for the people that actually live there. That was no issue with me, because I'm not saying that I'm going to have a party house anyways. You know, me and my boyfriend, we are not just straight up party animals, but we do have friend groups. And I know for a fact we're going to be having get together, kickbacks, you know, movie nights, whatever. So I just wanted to make sure that we are able to do so and do it, you know, peacefully, and not have anyone come to my door, you know, just because I have a few friends over. So just make sure you are asking those important questions about your family gatherings, because if you have a big family, you know, when you move, everyone is going to want to come to see your new place, going to want to bring you food, have a little housewarming, and that's always a good time. It's always a good way to break in the new apartment. But just make sure you are doing it in, with common courtesy of everyone else that lives there. So that was just a few things that I have been asking as I'm going on my apartment tours, that I decided that it would be a good video to sit down, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's getting ready to move out of their parents' house or just getting ready to move into another apartment. Make sure you are asking those 5 main things. You are asking the approval requirements. You're asking about any pet fees. You're asking about not even asking, you're checking your phone signal. Make sure you are asking about the family gatherings. And also, let me add this in here. Make sure you are asking about any specials. Some apartment complexes, they do have move-in specials. Move-in specials can be from first month half off, or they may give you the first month rent free. They could waive the security deposit. Anything can come along with a move-in special that sometimes they won't advertise. So ask, because someone in the office can say, oh yeah, well, I can give you this, or oh yeah, we do have this, but we don't promote it because XYZ. So you never know. I would just say always ask about any specials, because saving money when moving in, it's a plus. Okay, it's always a plus. That can go to another aspect of the apartment, like you can buy furniture or get food or anything that extra money can go towards to help benefit you and make your move-in process very, very smooth. So that's all I have for today. I hope that this helped you out. If you have any more questions, or if you had anything that you want to add on when you were looking for your apartment, go ahead and comment below. I hope you are able to find your dream home. I hope you're able to find your dream apartment. I hope that this video helped you figure out a little bit on what to ask when you are going to these tours. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because of course I am coming back again and again and again with another video, another girl talk, another advice video. So just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys then.